9 News at Noon starts right now.
The Inglewood police chief has weighed in on the felony assault charges being filed against one of his former officers. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam Shocker. That officer had pulled over the man over the rolling through a stop sign, but it ended with a man in a chokehold. The chief termed Officer Ryan Vecina's handling of that traffic stop as a, quote, stain on the profession. Chief David Jackson terminated the officer in the wake of the October 8th incident. Jackson and prosecutors spoke late this morning about the incident, first reported by 9 News Investigates. 9 News Investigates' Kevin Vaughn has been following the story and joins us live with Inglewood Police Chief's response from this morning. Kevin, what have you learned?
Sam, what got this investigation started was that the man who was pulled over went to the Inglewood police station the next day with a couple of family members and filed a complaint about that officer. That led the chief to request an outside investigation. The officer, Ryan Vecina, pulled the man over after he rolled through a stop sign. Prosecutors say he shouted at and cursed the man, then pulled a taser and shot him with it. After that, according to prosecutors, Vecina took the man to the ground and used a chokehold, something outlawed in Colorado because it can be deadly. Chief David Jackson was asked to sum up his reaction after he saw the video.
You know, I can tell you what my professional response was. I felt that some of the language violated our values. I felt that the taser violated our policy, and I felt like the neck encirclement violated the law. And that's why I sent it off to a third party to investigate.
As you noted, Sam, Vecina now faces a felony assault charge. There's a second assault charge that's a misdemeanor, and he also faces a misdemeanor charge of official misconduct. He was terminated by the department while on probation after this incident came to light. He turned himself into authorities late yesterday afternoon. We'll have much more on this story on 9 News at 4 and 5. Reporting live in Centennial, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Yeah, and very powerful words from that police chief. Kevin Vaughn, thank you. Now to some breaking news out of Jefferson County. South Metro Fire says at least one person has been hurt in a house fire in Kendall Boulevard. That's near C470 in the Platte Canyon Road exit. The Jeffco Sheriff's Office says a trailer that was between two homes caught fire. It spread to both, heavily damaging one of them. The other home got burned, but not as badly. Investigators say medics took one person to the hospital and no word on their condition at this time. South Metro Fire says the fire is now under control and crews are mopping up what's left of the fire. Switching gears here, does your neck hurt from all that weather whiplash? We're back in the 70s today after the 50s yesterday, but it's gorgeous out there. So joining me now, senior meteorologist Chris Bianchi with our Weather Impact team. It is an absolutely, what do we say? Like you had the word for it. Had to do with Chamber of Commerce Day?
Oh yeah, Chamber of Commerce weather. That's exactly it. Yeah. So it was clearly it was breaking news for both you and Jenny Meckles, I believe, right?
Yes, it was. It was the first I had heard of that, and then all of our viewers wrote in agreeing that that is a term for a beautiful day.
Thank you to our wonderful viewers for writing in and supporting me in that one. It is indeed, as Sam said, Chamber of Commerce weather. It's pretty unusually warm though for this time of year though. I'm going to show you those temperatures in just a second, but mostly sunny skies right now. This is Lyman right now, looking pretty clear. And here in Denver, just a few high clouds overhead, but those temperatures, the story. Now, for a little bit of context, our average high for today, 57 degrees. We are already, it's barely noon, 71 for us downtown, Central Park, and out at the airport. So we're not too far away from our daily record. We'll likely get there later on today. 70s and even some 80s, Eastern Plains. Again, folks, it's November the 4th for us. First Tuesday of November, 81 in Ray, 60s in the mountains. This is very warm for this time of year, and that radar about as quiet as could be right now. That forecast next few hours, temperatures will be in the 70s, dropping back into the 60s. We'll top out today at 78 degrees for us here in Denver, and that record, 78, will be right there later on this afternoon. I'll have details on when it cools down in just a few minutes.
Big day today. It is Election Day in Colorado, and there are 7 hours left to cast your ballot. 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi was near a ballot drop box this morning. She tells us about one of the biggest items on the ballot in Denver, as well as early voter turnout results.
It's been a pretty steady stream of people outside of the Wellington Webb building in downtown Denver. We saw the first person drop off their ballot at 5:42 this morning. As of midnight, Secretary Griswold says 1,057,000 Coloradans have already cast a ballot. That puts voter turnout for the state at 25.6%. She says that tracks closely to 2023 numbers. In Denver, the big ticket issue is the so-called Vibrant Denver Bond. If it passes, it would greenlight close to $1 billion in debt and spending for infrastructure projects across the city. Our Kyle Clark asked Mayor Mike Johnston about it last night. Johnston supports the bond. He says Denver needs to borrow money to get things done.
We think the fact that we can still pay off this debt without new taxes helps, but there are some folks who just in this economy we know are nervous.
But if people voted this down and they vote down the next one, they vote down the next one, eventually there would be a tax decrease.
Yeah, in about 17 years. So I just had our CFO run that for us. It's about 17 years of current debt payments we have already structured before. And then after that, it would take a change of the city charter to reduce the mill levy. So it would take a great deal of council plus public action plus 17 years before it. So it would be no more bonds for 17 years. We could entertain the chance to do that. But for now, I think people care most about making sure these things get up and built more quickly.
You have until 7 o'clock tonight to drop off your ballot or cast your vote. In Denver, Lauren Scafidi, 9 News.
And there are 3 other ballot issues being decided today. Prop MM asks Coloradans to put more money toward free school lunches, but it involves increasing income taxes on households earning $300,000 or more each year. Prop LL is also related to school lunches, but has to do with an underestimate on tax dollars. Voters agreed to the Healthy School Meals program in 2022, but the tax increase actually raised more money than expected. Under our Taxpayer Bill of Rights, the state has to ask for permission to keep the extra money or find a way to refund the taxpayers. And the third ballot issue, Referendum 310, asks Denverites whether the city should keep its ban on flavored tobacco. So a yes vote means keeping the ban that was passed last year. According to the Denver Clerk's Office, the referendum broke a record for the largest ever political contribution from an individual for a municipal race in the city. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg has donated just shy of $5 million for the campaign to keep the ban. So we here have posted a breakdown of the referendums and plenty of other information on our 9 News voter guide. What you can do is you can text the word VOTE to 303-871-1491, and we will send you back a link with the information. And stick with 9 News on air and online for election results tonight. The Denver City Council turned down an effort to slash the police department's budget as it wrestles with a $200 million deficit. The mayor's office submitted its revised budget to the City Council yesterday, and the proposed DPD cuts were in it. While some council members say some of the police's money could help other departments, Police Chief Ron Thomas said that would crush efforts to outpace retirements with new recruits.